Hey, one of the stories that I saw this week that just absolutely blew me away, in the sense it was hysterically funny, sad, just ridiculous, and that is in the recesses of the internet, the little dark corners where some of Donald Trump's most fervent jack-legged supporters come up with their conspiracies and talk about his return to the White House with John Kennedy Jr. Well, in those little recesses of the crazy world of Trump, MAGA world, con artists have been mining the disappointment of these MAGA freaks over the last presidential election for gold. They have. The con artists. They've been peddling, these people have been peddling what are called Trump bucks, which has photos of the orange vomit, and they look like dollar bills or 20s or 50s or 100s, but they have, I thought this was illegal. Well, they're not exact replicas of what the Bureau of Printing and Engraving puts out there for the folding money we carry in our pockets, right? But they're Trump bucks. And the advertisements that go with them online say they're kind of a golden ticket that will help propel Trump's bid to be president again and will make the, quote, real patriots, end quote, who buy them rich when they're cashed in. I mean, it leaves me speechless. It just does. These kinds of scams. NBC did an investigation of this. And here's one fool named John Ammon. He told NBC News he bought $2,200 worth of Trump bucks only to discover they were worthless when he tried to cash them in at a local bank. Oh, my God. What? Yep. So, old John, who bought $2,200 worth of this bullshit, went on Twitter to warn other Trump supporters not to fall for this scam. Now, NBC News has identified the companies behind the Trump bucks bullshit scam, taking money from the terminally stupid. It's a Colorado-based, there are a couple of them, Colorado-based companies, and their names are as follows. You ready? Patriots Dynasty, that's one of them. Patriots Future, that's another one. And USA Patriots. Notice how the word patriot has been turned into just a collection of letters that mean nothing. It's a bullshit word now. It means nothing. So NBC News took a look at dozens of social posts and online complaints, and hundreds of misleading ads for the Trump bucks. And additionally, NBC News found that at least a dozen people, like old John Ammon here, who say they invested thousands of dollars after watching the pitches for this bullshit on Telegram and other websites that strongly suggested that Trump himself was endorsing these products. And Mr. Ammon told NBC News Now, "No, I'm questioning whether he's aware of this." Oh my God, these people. I mean, how can such a broad segment of the U.S. population be such insane, ignorant, stupid people? Now, NBC, being a news-gathering organization, made a bunch of attempts to reach a spokesperson for Trump or a spokesperson for his reelection campaign to try to get some kind of a comment on this. No answer. So far, NBC News has found no evidence suggesting the alleged scammers are connected to Trump or his reelection campaign. Oh, give me a goddamn break. I mean, any scam that's run with the name Trump on it is probably organized, run, fueled, funded, and promoted by the Orange Nazi. Well, the Better Business Bureau has given these patriot companies, which operate out of an industrial center in the Denver suburb of Aurora, BBB gave them an F rating, and the complaints on the BBB site are unsparing, it says, in their criticism of the company. There's a Bank of America spokesman, Bill Halden, who said he's heard reports from bank employees of customers coming into the local branches to exchange their Trump bucks for actual cash. And the bank says to them, a variation of, "Are you fucking kidding me? Get away from my window here. Go away, go away." Next. The Bank of America spokes guy says, quote, "It's hard to put a number on how many people have come in." End quote. Now, Bank of America, as just part of their policy, is constantly on the lookout for bullshit and fraudsters and so on and so forth. And they circulate information within their, in-house about possible scams. The Bank of America warns its employees who eventually warn people who come in with these Trump bucks. And the employees will tell these people, look, you've been had, sucker. You really have. That shit ain't worth a thing. Now, that's little comfort to Mr. Ammon. Mr. Ammon is 77 years old. He lives in Houston. And he told NBC, quote, "There's no way to cash out what I have." No shit, Sherlock. Now, ever since, Biden defeated Trump, these internet hucksters have been selling this pro-Trump bullshit, these trinkets and shit, like coins and checks and cards It's insane. Again, I'm stymied because I don't have the words to try to describe my shock and awe that people buy this shit. On social media and in these promotional videos that you can find on YouTube, and many of them feature faked celebrity endorsements. This is your chat GPI at work here, I guess. Or AI, I should say. But the sellers of this garbage have tapped into an audience that really does believe that Trump being thrown out of the presidency was part of a great conspiracy, and that by investing in the Trump rebate banking system, or TRB for short, by buying this garbage, Trump will reward their loyalty by making them rich once he is president and John Kennedy Jr. is vice president again. Now, the fools who buy this shit, this is according to the ads from Patriots Dynasty, Patriots Future, and USA Patriots. The ads suggest they will be rewarded, the people who buy the Trump bucks, because when Trump is made president again, he's going to unveil a new monetary system that will turn these Trump bucks into legal tender worth far more than the actual purchase price. For example, there's one ad that says anybody who spends $99.99 on a $10,000 diamond Trump buck will be able to cash it in for $10,000 in major banks and retailers like Walmart, Costco, and Home Depot. Oh, my God. Oh, I can't stand this. And people buy this shit. Hi, Truth Seekers. Mike Malloy here. The Progressive Voices Network brings you commercial-free commentary from today's leading progressive radio hosts and pundits, like me, Mike Malloy.
24 hours a day. I'm not your typical old guy from the 80s or the 90s talk radio host, and Progressive Voices is not your typical talk radio network. It's a listener-supported nonprofit with no corporate control whatsoever over our broadcast. So hosts like me, Mike Malloy, are free to rant and scream and carry on about whatever we like. We're often controversial, but we're never boring. Weeknights, 9 p.m. in the East, 6 p.m. in the West on the Progressive Voices Network. Always progressive, always on. I'm Mike Malloy. Keep it lit.